ask?
There we go.
Let me start telling you.
Sorry, guys. I was just talking to them anyway. It's not too bad. If there's any other questions you guys have that you want to know before we start, do so now, or we'll get back into the game. My horrible matcha tea.
Damn you, Kyle.
Matcha is not that bad.
So, no questions? Good.
No.
I may have already forgotten the prices. Yeah, it's expensive is the important bit. Crazy. Very expensive. But I gave you 1,000 points. I gave everyone in chat 1,000 points so they can do what they want to do. Alright.
Give me advantage. You know you want to.
Okay. So, I'm going to sit down just a little bit because he's just going to be the voice in the back. I will write it down now if you want. And then you can have it. Advantage, disadvantage is, like, I will have it on this for next stream. I'll have it up underneath. There's one. Nat 1 or Nat 20 is 2500. And hero point is 4,000. Now, if you really want to fuck up the party, you give Sout hero points right now.
Please don't do it. Please.
Please.
Giving my arm back?
Hazy, you can have a shirt if you don't.
Sure you do. Alright, let me just find the monster here. Just be a moment. Almost there, guys. What? Stop the singing. There we go. Alright, found it. So, advantage of Castellan. Castellan has advantage on their next roll. Nice.
Nice. Thank you very much.
And
Crazy.
to
Crazy, my
Shrogro.
dude.
Interesting.
Crazy.
Okay. So, Nisa. Nissa. Hello. Alright.
Nisa.
This is dead. Just deaderific. Cadaverino. Yeah, pretty much. She's got about 10 seconds. Or she's dead.
What?
We're starting.
Sorry, having an intimate discussion about. Wow. I'm sorry.
Okay. What's the monk's chat name? It is Mac2, right? You're not in the stream, are you, Mac?
Yeah, no, I'm not actually in the Twitch chat right now. So if someone wants to ask me questions,
They want to know.
me,
They want to know what your name is. You might want to be in the thing just so you can be seen. Just have the chat on your
alright,
phone or something.
I'll
Just so that they can
yeah,
find
I'll,
you.
Wants to
I'll
give you
jump
love.
on.
Okay, so
Yep, cool.
Nissa,
Yes.
everybody, roll for initiative. Ah, there you
Fuck.
go. Do-do-do.
Oh wait, I get advantage. I just realized.
So we have
13. Much better.
Wait.
everyone just use their advantage on initiative.
Huh? Do I have to roll again?
You have advantage on initiative, yeah.
Okay.
Someone's still.
What if we roll the same thing twice?
And too bad for you.
I guess you just use that number then. Or add them together. I'm kidding.
No,
Thanks
you don't.
anyway, Casey.
All right. So, what is your initiative, Sarah?
18.
Do you have any bonuses to that, or is it just 18?
That's adding the initiative bonus.
Oh, okay. Then it looks like it would be Castilla next, right?
With my sweet, I believe it was a 19, 13.
13. So we got Aethel. 13. Then we got Greth at 12. Then we got Nissa at 7. Okay. Because it's on the next roll, by the way, Paisley. It's on the next roll. It's actually pretty good because a couple of them are now going to strike first where they wouldn't before. It'll be useful for them, don't worry. Okay. Tig. You're about 40 feet away from this big old creature, What are you going to do? You might want to put that down a bit. Your
I'd
head's
like
just
to-
floating.
Oh,
Better?
is that better?
Yep.
Okay. I would like to charge.
Yep. Okay.
Actually, I would like to raid.
Yeah, okay. So, rage, and then move forward. You will not be able to get... What is your movement speed, actually? Is it 40 feet?
Hang on a second. I believe it's 40 feet.
Okay, so you will find yourself charging at the side of this creature. Coming at the side of it. You're all in a big open clearing.
Awesomeness. Yeah, rage, charging at it. I would like to be trying to swing the arm, try to get it into the midsection.
Yep.
Like the chest area.
Yep.
Alright, roll to hit. Ah!
That is a miss.
11.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you swing arm into it and you hear this meaty thud as it hits its midsection, and it just turns its head towards you. He's like, doesn't seem to care about you much though. Next. Aethelfin.
Can I react?
Seeing that Soot has turned into the thing that Aethelfin hypothetically was afraid he would turn into, i.e. whatever the hell this thing is, Aethelfin is going to click his heels together 3 times and use a dash action to run away, and then as a bonus action use a dash action to run away.
Alright, so you're 90 feet gone.
Yep.
All the people that surrounding you are watching you sort of be their leader. All of a sudden start screaming hate at you and running after you.
I'd like to think that he's sort of at least saying something like, follow me!
Nope, you were like, oh god, and run.
But, yeah. To be fair, I'm surprised they're not already doing that.
They were sort of waiting for their leader to lead them.
Yes, and he did in an
you-
expeditious retreat.
Yep. Alright, so next we have Grethen.
So, I'd like to do something that we haven't quite discussed, but I think is on the same lines. So, with my vine, well, what's left of my vine that I
It's disintegrated.
found
It's disintegrated, it's gone.
Oh god, all of it is?
Yep.
Okay, well then I run up to him and I punch him in his fucking nose
Okay,
repeatedly.
which way are you going?
Aww.
Because you were...
Straight to him.
Okay. Go for it, friend. And as you do, you are running straight at the black orb he has flying in front of him.
Oh wait, shit. I forgot about that. No, I would like to dodge that if I could.
You'll have to do an acrobatics
Please.
because you're charging it at full speed right now.
Okay, acrobatics. I'm good at that, I think. I'm okay at that.
Sorry, it's a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, sorry. It's a okay saving throw. That changes things.
Does it really? You still rolled a
that,
3, buddy.
That does not change
Still
things.
rolled a 3.
That does.
Okay,
No,
so
no. I rolled a 6. Thank you.
you rolled a 3 plus terrible. You take 32 points of damage.
And this is why I run away.
Night, night. I'm gone.
Okay. So that's you dead, is it?
I have 19 hit points.
Ah, great. I am glad your character's around to make like 2 actions, search and die. Let's just give me a second because apparently I closed down a thing. I have to look this up.
Is anyone out there feeling generous enough to give a good friend here a hero point?
Someone just gave have you got hero points? You always start with 1, so you must have 1. You can either
I do have one. Actually, yeah, I will burn my hero point.
you can
succeed
spend
on
it
that,
to
actually.
re-roll. You can spend it to re-roll your save.
Alright, okay, so can I do a spend and a burn, or can I just...
Well, you spend, and if you don't like it, you can then burn it. If you spend it, you can dexterity past it to punch this thing in the face, which is what you wanted to do anyway.
Alright, okay, well, I'm going to spend it then, to start
Mhm.
off with.
That is a successful.
Yay!
So he feels, as he runs at it, he feels this coldness against his chest, and feels his clothes start being sucked towards this sphere. Your hair starts whipping past your face, and you use the momentum to roll under it. You come up, and you can throw punches at this thing's midriff.
Oh, that thing's midriff is getting fucking drilled.
Yeah, go for it.
And I will burn a key point as well.
Yep.
So I make 3 attacks.
One more. That's... Alright, you got 2 misses and a hit.
Cool, so 2d4 plus 3.
Wait, you got 2 misses and 1 hit,
Wait,
so
no.
it's 1d4. So 3 plus 3 is 6 damage.
Hang on.
I've got it.
No, because I got 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2d4.
You rolled
then add my
1, 2,
dexterity.
3, 4 times. And you only meant to roll 3 times. So I took the first 3 and you got 1 hit.
no. I got 15. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't
this
tell you
is
what the
not
AC
food
was.
stats.
I'm telling you,
Yes,
you got
no,
1 hit.
it's
Do not argue
food
with me.
stats. Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Or I will start removing points. Alright, so you hit once, for 6 damage, it's fine. That goes to its turn. It sort of sits there and looks at you, Nissa. And with one hand now under this orb. He's still here, you know. He taps his head.
Then give him back.
Hidden away in the dark.
Give
He
him
makes
back.
Such beautiful music.
I'm gonna start like screaming
He's
at Soot.
completely
Soot,
aware
can you hear me?
of everything. He's going to watch me crush you and your friends. And he
Why
takes
won't
a
you
step
give him
forward. He's ignoring you. He takes a step forward. And with the orb now, he just shoves it into Tig. Tig, make a dex saving throw.
Sorry, give me a second. Dex saving throw. Saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Dex saving throw. So, d20 plus your dexterity bonus. Alright.
Yep, so 15, 16,
You're fine.
17.
He shoves it forward and you roll backwards. You are now 10 feet away from him and the orb is hovering between you guys. And then he whips a hand out over his shoulder, and a tendril of darkness elongates from his arm and backhands you, Grethen. For damage. Where is it? There it is. What's your AC? Shouldn't matter.
16 at the moment.
Alright, so he hit. He rolled 21. And you take 5 points of damage.
Cool, I'm still alive.
Alright. Nissa, it's now your turn. You've just been screaming at this thing as it moves around you.
I'm just gonna keep screaming at it with. I'm gonna be holding my bow, like I'm gonna aim my bow directly at its head, and I'm going to continue screaming, saying, "I will shoot if you don't give me Soot back. Please give me Soot back."
But why? This is what he wants.
Because he's my friend. If he doesn't want to hurt me, that means that I must mean something to him. At least let me talk to him.
Soon his pitiful will break, and then I will be allowed to hurt you.
Please let me
can't
speak
wait.
to him.
To sculpt your flesh. Alright, Tig, your turn.
Okay. I have a question. First of all, I saw that Paisy bought me a hero point. Has that been used?
No, I'll let you use that when you want to use it.
Okay. I'm going to. So in front of me is the orb. Can I
Yep.
see his face?
You can, but if you want to reach around the orb, you're going to have to take a dexterity check or take damage.
I'm 10 feet away.
Yep.
I'm going to try and javelin the sharp part of arm at his face.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to use my choice of -5 to hit. And if it doesn't hit, I would like to use my hero point.
Okay, go for it. Roll.
Right, 15.
That hits.
Sorry, 10. Okay.
Wait, that's at -5 actually. What's your pluses to it?
Yeah, -5 plus 6.
Then it does hit.
It does hit.
Let's see. So it does. Roll damage.
Right. That's
Thanks, Nax.
2d6. 2d6 plus 17.
Ooh. Damn.
23.
Okay. The weapon spears him in the face, and you hear this. He pulls it out, and the metal is steaming, and the rope that's coiled between, usually that you throw out, has fallen into this orb, and you feel this horrible pulling sensation from your hip where the arm is tied, and you see that he just lets go of the arm, and it's on the floor, and it gets pulled up into the orb slowly.
Can I try to make a dex save to roll and pull
If you
arm?
make an acrobatics save and an acrobatics check to get to it, and a dex save to not get damage, you can successfully do it. Or you can take the damage for arm. Like, no, friend.
So acrobatics and then dex, sorry?
Yep. Acrobatics gets you to the arm, dex makes so you don't take damage.
Alright. Acrobatics. Oops, sorry.
Let's roll d20. Okay.
14.
And what's that? What's your dexterity proficiency?
Plus
Plus what?
1.
Yep. All right.
Oh, sorry,
So
+2. My
yep.
apologies.
So you roll. You grab arm. Make a dex saving throw. D20 plus dexterity. As you stand up,
6.
you hit it. So, first of all, we go. Take 25 points of damage. And
Okay.
Whoop. 25 points of damage. How many hit points you got?
That leaves me at 11.
Okay. This horrible cold sensation like envelops your shoulder and arm where you've just barely touched this thing. You can feel your life force being drained away. For the sake of your next turn, can you roll one more dex check for me?
Sure.
Okay.
6.
All right. It is now Aethelfin's turn. He's running.
He is, but he is also going to break left.
Okay, that's towards the road.
And then he is going to utilize. He's going to like do a weird like jump, click, 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 and then use the expeditious retreat boots again, which is the
Mhm.
last time he can use them today.
Mhm.
And he's going to swing left and try to get behind the creature.
Okay.
It'll probably take him at least another turn to get there, or another two turns.
Yeah, that's fine.
But he's going to. And as a free action, I'm going to unsheath the blade that I was given by my fellow Sun Elf.
Okay. Who is next? Gareth. Your turn.
Grethen.
Grethen. Got there eventually.
So,
It's first game you're mistaken.
here's panic mode. Panic mode. Praise unto Sylvanus, he who is all. Wonder until Sehene, she who is a light in the dark. Strength into Tarcelis, he who bears the burden. Respect unto Kronos, he who is the hunt and the wild. Temperance
Your dead
unto
husks cannot
Adreith.
help you here, priest. I am going to end you. Are you going to make an attack? Or are you going to be startled by his voice?
I will be, no. It's like, no, you can fuck off. You aren't speaking for the things I believe in. You are mine.
Alright,
So
and then?
I shall again burn a keen point
Mhm.
and make 3 attacks.
Go for it. 1, 2, 3. You got 2 hits. So that's 1. Roll the other hit. Mark. Where you gone? You got 2 hits. Roll the other hit. There we go.
Yeah, they're both meant to be at +1s
I know what you're doing.
because of dexterity stuff.
Yep. Alright. You hit him twice. And he sort of... I'll be with you in a moment, priest. First the wild bitch. And it's his turn. And he once again shoves his hand towards you. Make a dex saving. Oh, you did that already. You try to jump
already did.
away, and you feel that he like grinds this into your shoulder. You take
Wait, who is this happening to?
11 points of damage. You're at 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're still good.
I'm holding
And-
onto arm though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, just holding on to it, feel like I'm not letting go of it no matter what.
He then looks and says, just like glances around to all of you for a moment. Had enough of this. He fights back near her. and he holds his hand up in the air with the orb, places the other hand next to it, and he opens his arms up, and the orb grows. It's now 10 feet across, and he starts walking towards the. He looks to be walking, but he's sort of like leaves this like almost faint, shadowy afterimage behind him, and he's moving quite quickly. Yeah, there's a 10-foot black orb of night above him, and he is now 60 feet towards the city. It is Nissa's turn, as he's just walked away from you.
I shoot him in the back of the head.
Go for it.
Nope.
Have you got a hero point you want to spend? Or do you not? Nissa?
Do I have a hero point?
I don't know. Have you kept track of it? Have you burnt one yet?
I didn't know I was even given one.
You had one from the start of the campaign.
No one told me this.
Yeah, okay, so you can spend it to reroll if you wish, or you can hold on to it for a better time. Ignore the chat. As
I'm
in-
ignoring them. I'll
as
do
in-
what I want, thank you.
As in, yeah, our little Discord chat. Not you guys,
I'm
you guys are great.
going to save it, but I'm
Okay.
going to continue yelling, trying to get Soot to hear me,
Alright,
because I know he's fighting back.
Tig. You now
Yeah.
look across your arm, and all the skin all the way down your arm is cracked and dried and weeping. This horrible, like, milky red-white fluid. It smells like something that's been diseased and rotting. What would you like to do?
How far away is Soot now?
He's about, from you, he's about 50 feet.
Yep. And I've got arm.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try and run after him again.
Mhm.
Charge.
Yep.
And with the intention of, again, throwing arm as a lance, trying to hit him in the back of the chest, like in the center of his back.
Alright, so you run up, roll to hit.
Can I would like to again try and choose to have the -5 to hit.
Yep.
So I can have the advantage for damage if it works. $14.
Arm just goes sailing, like you run up, you throw it, and it just goes sailing past him to clatter into the leaves next to him. He sort of like glances over his shoulder. Be careful, or I'll make you match your friend running through a tree. It is now Aethelfin's turn. You are within range if you want to do something this turn, since he's now moving
Yeah,
towards
okay.
the city.
I wanted to ask a question, because the only weapon I have that's useful is that blade that I took from the other Sun Elf after he exploded.
Yep.
Now, I know that's magical, and I'm not a magic user, I'm an artificer, but there has to be something structured about the way which magic is imbued into a weapon like this. Would I be able to perhaps burn my hero point to have a limited, like, for this encounter only, interaction / use of that blade to try and dispatch this thing?
Yes. So you grip it hard and you start like, come on, I need this to work. I need this to work. And you hear in your voice, you hear in your head a voice, my master, you did not steal this blade. There is great evil nearby. We will
Yes.
stop it.
Yes.
Use me. And as he says that,
Yes.
the blade starts having like seawater run from it very quickly. And as you slash it, huge crescents of water slash away from it.
I think he's like a bit drunk with power at this point. He's like, ah! I'm going to attempt to hit this thing with. I'm going to hit a bitch with another bitch. I mean,
Yep.
you know what I meant.
Yep.
All right. Hey, chat, if you want to throw me some more hero points, because I think I'm going to need them.
All right, take a swing. This weapon now gives you +3 to hit, +3 to damage, and you also get 2d6 water damage. And
I get a +6 to hit. That's beautiful.
on top of that, if you swing from range, you can just fire off that 2d6 damage at range.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, I'm gonna shout out because I know I've got an audience that are probably like aware that I ran away. I'm like for the Tel'Qasir, and then I'm going to fire the water scimitar blade at the once and formerly known Sout.
You got 15
I rolled a
total?
15 on the dice.
Okay, so this crescent of water slashes through the forest. You've done an overhand strike, and you actually see it like tear up all the dirt and leaves in front, leaving a carved path, but it just misses the target and then sort of like carves into the earth for fading away.
Oh dear.
Yes. And now he's looking
He's
at you.
like, just stops, like skittering to a halt. He's like, I'm gonna walk backwards now.
Okay. Graythan. Your turn.
Punch the thing repeatedly. Pray to gods.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be again trying to repeat my mantra. And will I be allowed to say the full thing this time or not?
Well, if you do, that's your entire turn. Your prayer, your mantra is meant to be in the morning, and that's it. And that's like your prayer for the day. It's not meant to be something you do like, I'm gonna brush my teeth, blah 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 mantra. I'm gonna do this thing, mantra. You just, it's a prayer, morning prayers. That's it.
Okay, then I'll shorten it. Can I sacrifice one of my attacks to shorten it to half?
Sure.
So I shall do praise unto Sylvanus, he who is all. Wonder unto Sahane. And then strength unto Tarcellus. For the effect I'm trying to get at is this thing has broken the cycle. This thing has used the dead. I will invest you with my worship, with my praise. Help me in my actions.
Okay. Make an attack. Okay. Apparently he helped you in your actions. Roll damage. And we do this just like we do our home games where don't roll twice, just double your damage. So all up it's 8.
8. Yep.
Okay. You sort of like punch him, like run up and you punch him in the kidneys, and you sort of see his body just bend slightly. He turns. It's his turn. I do not want to hear you pray to those pitiful dead gods. Idiots. Did not know the way. And he, in two hands, you see this thing enlargen again, and then he brings down the now 20-foot across orb on you. Okay. Roll a dexterity check.
Who?
Dex save, right?
Yep. Dex save to Grethen. Okay. You only take 1d10 of damage this time. It's so big, you start taking damage even when you pass saves. 8 points of damage.
I have like 2 hit point left.
Okay. Then it starts like it thinks like you've been smashed by this orb, and it takes a step back and turns. It is Nissa's turn.
I'm going to attempt to shoot it in the head again.
Yep. Make an attack.
Nope.
Okay.
It's like it knows that I'm blind in one eye.
Tig,
Oh no.
you've watched as Nissa pulls back on her bow and fires, and she just misses again. You've got around you, everyone's flailing ineffectually at this thing. It didn't move, so you're only like 10 feet away. You can move up and attack full force if you want to.
I would like to do exactly that and try and break his neck.
Break his neck.
Full swing.
Yeah, alright, so you're just going to bring down the
Sorry, guys.
thing on the back of his neck? Go for it.
I am 10 meters away from him. I'm going to try and break his neck. Reach
Okay.
around, attempting to grab his spine and just tear it out.
Are you going to do that, or are you going to use your weapon
Predator?
on its back?
You said that I threw
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
but
went
you
sailing
can't-
off into the woods. I
You
don't-
can get it if you want to, and you can use it, or you can run up and break its neck. You can use the hero point if you wish. It's up to you.
Uh,
5 seconds.
will it be use of my entire turn to go and get the weapon and come back?
It's 10 feet past it. Technically, you have the movement to get it and come back.
Okay then, I'll use the movement to go and get the arm, come back, try and attack from behind, and stab in like a downwards motion into his chest through the heart.
Yep, okay. Make an attack.
Okay. Uh, 14, 16, 17, 20. So that's 20.
That hits.
Sorry, I didn't clarify to choose the -5. So 20.
Yep.
Uh, 18
18 damage? Alright.
damage.
I am done. I am done with you. Ithvan.
Yep. I'm gonna like.
His sword is still active.
I think. Yeah, he's gonna steel himself because he's like the moment this thing didn't hit and the thing like looked at him, he's like oh, and took like 1 or 2 little steps back. He's gonna like clasp the pommel with the pommel, right? No, that's the end of the sword's handle. The fucking the grip, right? He's gonna hilt. I couldn't think of the word. He's gonna grip that, and he's gonna like lean into it. And with his one arm, he's going to attempt to do what he's seen, and he could have kind of done back home when he was being a bladesmith. He's going to try and do that maneuver where like the swordsman spin the blade and then kind of like would bring it around in different slashing motions.
Yeah, so
creating, like,
just
an X
yeah.
shape.
So you're going X, so 2 attacks.
Sorry, I'm trying to be. Yeah.
Do you have 2 attacks?
All right, so 2 attacks. I don't have 2 attacks. I only have 1.
Yeah, so you can make a 1 attack.
I'm just trying to do a bit of flavor, man.
I know, I'm just trying to make sure because you said an X. I just want to make sure what you're doing.
24.
That will hit. And you're not doing this in melee, you're doing this at range.
I am.
So 2d6 damage.
Do I get any of the
No,
dexterity?
no, this is just the
damage as well?
magic. It's just the magic of it. If you were in melee, you'd get
Right.
everything.
Okay. Sure. And I think at this point he's also like shouting like, "The Telkasir will see you gone, foul thing."
All right. Telquasir will be naught but dust. My brothers come.
No.
And it is now Graythan's turn.
Punchy, punchy, much punchy.
Yep. Roll a dex save to get not hurt by the orb. You're gonna have to move around to get to this creature.
Does a 14 do it?
Yep.
Because that would be my first roll. It's the same. Okay, so I'll roll another one for an attack.
Yep. D20. Hits. Is that just one attack? You're doing more.
Bonus action for another attack.
Attack.
How many hit out of 2?
You rolled one, buddy.
No, so the 14.
Oh, sorry,
was
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
dex
17,
save,
19. Okay,
17.
you hit out of both of them. Hit both of them. Roll
Cool.
another bit of damage. Alright. It is... Sits there. It's like... He wants to save you when you run to your deaths. Stupid creatures. And he seems to leap and is now flying towards the city.
Do I get an attack of op while he's on his way?
Sure. Make an attack. Nope.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna hit.
Alright.
How high is he?
How high is he? You will be
Like,
able
is
to
he just
attack in
going
your
up-
turn.
Like, is he literally...
You'll be able to
Yeah, I'm
make...
just saying, is like, is he just jumping up?
Yeah, you'll be able to hit this turn if you attack.
I wasn't gonna use my bow. I was asking if like
He's
in
about
range
40
where I
feet in the
can
air.
jump.
No.
So I can't jump and like reach
No,
him.
no. He's just gone.
Okay.
Do you want to make a ranged attack?
Yep.
Go for it.
Nope.
Oh my god. Nissa, I'm so sorry.
I have one fucking eye.
Okay.
It's like Roll20 knows this.
So you guys watch as it sails through the sky towards the city. And
While it's doing that,
Mhm.
I am going to drop to my knees, cry, and scream for Soot in a way that he knows that this is the moment where I'm completely and utterly just done. He's heard this scream before.
so
I
make
don't ever do it very
a
often.
will save.
If anyone has any hero points, they
What
want to
is
do that,
will?
now's the
Sorry,
freaking
wisdom.
time.
Wisdom save. Oh my god, you have -2. Woo! You can see out of this thing's eyes. You are in a dark room with a single window. And it shows you what it's doing. Every time you move in this dark room, you can feel 1,000 shards of glass tearing at your skin. Anytime,
I don't move.
if you don't move, you can feel creatures crawling up you, flaying you, molding you, taking pieces of you and tying you into the floor, making you a part of the room. Okay.
I struggle. Like,
Yeah. Then, as you struggle, you'll cut more, and it's not a nice place to be. The creature releases the orb into the sky, where it starts to grow, and you can see a storm forming around it as the clouds swirl, and lightning crackles over its surface. You guys, what do you want to do? You can see something's happening over the city.
How far away from it is it now? How far
I'm
away
going
has
to run.
Sout gone?
You could probably get there in 10 turns. Sorry, everyone could get there in 10 turns, moving full speed, if you all just ran.
I stabbed into him, like his back with arm. When he started to fly, did I let go, or was I still attached to it?
You would have stabbed in, and as he flew off, you would be holding it. It should have ripped out of his back.
Oh, shit.
So you still have arm, and you're on the ground.
Is Jeeves still here?
Jeeves is shocked at the corner of the clearing. And then as you run up crying, he runs to you and like picks you up, and he's like, not pack, not pack, not pack, and he starts crying. He's like, save pack.
Yes, safe pack.
Have I heard anything to do with the crying thing in the corner and being a wolf or
No,
not?
nothing at all. Okay.
Can I try and the blade is obviously sentient, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm able to fire magic blades from it. Am I able to try, I don't know, because I know that's probably got a finite range or something, but can I try and channel its energy into a single beam and try and hit that thing from this distance?
Do you have any more hero points?
I don't know, chat. Do I have any more hero points?
You do not.
Have you burnt any?
Yeah,
I've
he did
burnt
it to
be able
activate the
use
sword.
for this encounter.
Okay, so are you moving towards the city, or are you just going to watch it be destroyed?
I'm fucking running
We're gonna
towards the
move
city.
towards the city.
Okay.
I'm screaming.
I'm taking me and Jeeves. I've got Jeeves with me. I'm making him run with me to the city, screaming. I'm like fucking screaming, like, get the fuck out!
My construct.
I'm gonna tackle
Like
the
I always
dumbass
care
that's
about
moving
the
towards
construct.
the doom and try and bring him backwards.
They're all moving towards the city. Every one of them but you.
Bye guys, have fun with imminent doom.
So, you guys all run towards the city. As you get close, you see people streaming out of it. And you can see from the ground, some people are being sucked into the sky, into the orb. Who is directly underneath it. The orb is about 50 feet off the ground and is now a good 100 feet across. Where is this? And over the heart of the city, over the
No, I
councilman.
said, where is he? Like,
Where
I
is
don't know
he?
where the orb
You can't
is.
see him. You have
Under
no
the
idea.
orb, or-
No idea.
Do I don't realize that Nisa is going into the like
Nope.
city.
As I run into the city, I'm going to scream Soot's name
Okay.
over and over again, and I am just I'm just gonna scream.
Alright. So, you're all heading into the city. You see the orb over the heart of it, and you see people being sucked into the sky. You turn a corner to see a guard run at what was Soot. Pretty thing. let's see what music you make. And he grabs him and squeezes his arm, and like you see his bones crack, the flesh becomes a curved shape, and then he grabs the flesh of this guy's face and strings it across the curve to make a harp from this person's flesh and bones. And the guy's making this most horrendous screeching scream you've ever heard. And every other guard that was in the area just stops and runs. You guys are about 2 turns from being in range. As he sits there,
I'm just gonna keep running.
plucking at
I'm going
nerves.
to run straight for him. I'm not gonna attack. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna run straight for him.
I'm still outside the city and booking it in that specific direction.
Yep, okay.
Do I see my construct around here?
Have you started yet? If you yelled when you got to the city, you'd hear bits and pieces. You might,
Of my construct.
you might from, because it was never fully repaired. So,
Yeah.
the blade is, every time you do it, you feel like a connection between blade and construct. It like moves a little bit. It moves a little bit in the direction of the construct.
Oh.
It cannot help you. You cannot use it here. It is done. It needs more magics.
Fine. How do we stop this thing so we don't all die?
You feel your arm point toward, like your sword is dragging up, and it points you towards the orb in the sky.
What does that mean? Do I
As
have to
you-
hit that with your magic?
Roll an Arcana check.
Ooh. $12.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. The blade is helping you, so it's not too bad.
Okay.
So you can now see the structure of this shape. It is a form of magic. You can see that the magic is tied to Sout, and you can see that it is sort of sending pulses of willpower up to it to control it. You know that
Right.
you get the feeling that either severing Sout from it will cut it, or you need to be able to override Sout's willpower.
Right.
Okay, so now that you're back in front of this thing, quickly roll initiative for the people that are there.
Okay. Oh shit. I rolled 12 D0s.
That's not helpful at all.
No, it's not. That's okay. Oh, come on. Oh wait, it's +4. 6.
Roll
16.
20 fucking hates me today.
Okay.
Anyone in chat want to help Nisa?
Oh, you guys both roll
I
badly.
don't think
so it's fine.
anything's gonna help me at this point. Like,
You guys
Um,
both have rolled 2s, so it's not too bad. Anyways, he
So
Well, I'm +4, so it's,
You're not
I'm
there.
still in the 6, but
yeah, no, I just said, can I roll an optional will save to come back to the party?
nope.
You decide the DC. Nope. Okay, I'm gone. Bye.
You're at least, you ran away. You're at least 14, 15 turns away from the city edge. A few more to get inside. So, see how things go. All right, so you see him. This creature. He sits there, and the still living harp is now lying discarded on the floor as he turns towards you. And you can see this man is trying to move, and every time he does, like parts of him are breaking and snapping off as he's been formed into thin tendrils. You have sorry, I just looked at the chat for a second. You guys are running towards him, and he looks to you. Tenacious. And he raises a hand and just makes a small flicking action, and a small orb detaches from the large one and shoots straight at you. Tig, since you've done the most damage to it so far.
Can I try to roll and dodge?
You can use a hero point to get out the way if it's beaten your AC, which is... What's your AC?
16.
I mean, I just rolled his flat number. He's got 17, so you can spend your hero point to... well, you roll a dexterity check or take damage. Dexterity save.
Okay, I'll roll.
I've got to be back in 2 minutes.
Just don't turn you...
Yeah, it'll still be on. I'll have the stream on my phone.
Just turn him off. It's alright. Okay, so as long as he doesn't shut down the chat, it's fine.
13.
13. You dodge out the way and you take no damage.
Okay, cool.
Okay. It is now your turn. Okay. So he's shot this orb, you've rolled up, and you're ready to go.
How far away is he? He's in the sky?
He is on the ground in front of you, 30 feet.
30 feet?
Yep.
Sorry.
Nissa, you have advantage in your next roll.
No, I saw.
Lucky Nissa. 30 feet. I'm actually going to try and charge him again. Raging. I'm going to try and basically knock him onto the floor.
Yep.
And prepare to smack his face in.
Yeah, just roll an attack.
Yep. I'll choose to take the -5 to hit as well.
Yeah, that's fine. You can... Remember, you do have a hero point left over. Actually, I think you have 2. Yep. You didn't use yours before, so technically Tig has 2 hero points to spend.
No, I didn't. Yay! Sorry, I'm writing it down.
So you can use however you want.
Alright, d20.
Does not hit.
So no. So 12. That's 12 flat.
5 plus 6, right?
Yeah, 13.
No, doesn't hit.
That won't hit.
No.
I will spend a hero point
to reroll. You spend to reroll, burn to guarantee the hit and do additional damage.
Actually, yeah, I'll spend to reroll, and then I can burn it later.
Yep. Reroll.
Okay. All right. So
Oh god, that's so unfortunate.
Are you serious?
You rolled 20 hits everyone now.
I'm sorry, guys, but I don't want this guy to live. I'm gonna burn it.
Pure matcha. Yep, go for it. Hold up a sec.
Okay, so that's guaranteed to hit.
Okay, so roll damage.
Question: does that guarantee it as a crit or just a hit?
Just a hit. Roll damage.
Just a hit. Damage.
Yep.
Okay. 24.
Okay, so you run up, you shoulder charge him, and he takes a step back, and he's about to recover his balance, and you swing arm into his face. You rip part of the skin of his face away with the trailing finger claws of this thing, and he gets knocked onto his back and smacks his skull on the ground, and you see him just like roll to the side for a second, and Castellan and Nissa, Aethfin and Nissa, who aren't right up at him, and you from outside the city, Brethren, watch as the orb starts to fall Aethelfin, you see that her hit has actually managed to stun him for a round, and the connection between him and the orb
Okay.
severs. But it's not out of
Okay.
out of
That's still...
place yet.
Oh wait, so the orb's still active, but he's no longer controlling it.
Yes.
Shit. Okay, but he was feeding. So from what the Arcana check / the blade was kind of helping me understand was that he was feeding the orb, right?
Something like that.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna be like, I need to separate the. Aethelfin's like, I need to separate him from the orb. I need to cut off the source. And then he shrugs off his cloak of sanctuary and sort of brings it over the blade, and then holding the blade goes, I need you to help me with this. And he's going to rush over to the guy on the ground with his inverted cloak of sanctuary and put it over him, forcing the caster to make a wisdom save and either end the spell or select a new target. Now, because the cloak will be around him, because the way that the sanctuary spell works, it's around the point of casting. Hopefully,
Have you got a hero point?
It will force him to cast. I don't, but if someone's really generous, here's a question though. Can other people spend points for me?
No. It's their heroic action. So, you run up and you want to throw the Cloak of Sanctuary over him, right?
I think it's not a throw. I think he'll probably tackle him and try and force it over the guy.
Okay. Just roll a athletics check.
Oh, joy.
Just because you're about to pounce on someone, I just want to make sure you don't fuck it up.
Would I have advantage because he's stunned?
Yes.
Well, sure, glad I had that advantage because it was a 1. That's a 15 plus athletics, did you say?
So
that's
athletics.
16.
Yep. Okay. So, you tackle him and you put this cloak around him, and you sort of hear him start and you can sort of see smoke coming off your Cloak of Sanctuary.
Yeah, and I'm gonna scream at Tig, help me hold this on him!
I'm gonna move to help him.
Alright. Guys, you need a certain amount of points to do it. I just gave everyone a bit of a boost to do advantage, disadvantage, and stuff like that. But you should be able to do it now at least once. So, anyways.
And I'm gonna to help me power this spell to keep it, even if it burns out the cloak in the finish, so be it.
Alright.
I'm going to try and draw and act like a conduit.
You want to draw it through you? Wait, the cloak? You want to power the cloak?
I want to power the cloak with the sword's help.
Okay. Roll a intelligence check.
It's probably a dumb move.
Or Arcana, either one, whatever's higher for you.
Arcana.
You have advantage in your next roll thanks to Gumby.
Thank you, Gumby.
Aww.
I got a natty 20.
Nice.
So,
you feel your Cloak of Sanctuary get fed part by the blade, part by your life force.
Oh,
if you continue down this path, that's all you hear from the blade. You can hear that it's suffering as its magic's being drawn from it. You're not sure how long the enchantment on it that you've activated will last if you continue this way.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm sorry, but if we don't do this, everyone dies.
Okay. Nisa, it is your turn and you have advantage.
I'm now up to where they are, aren't they? With him on the floor.
Yep.
I'm gonna kneel down right in front of where Soot's eyes are. Soot? I know you can hear me. If I mean anything to you, you'll fight back. You'll stop this. Otherwise, I will go up. I will find a way into that orb. Like, if you don't fight, I'm done fighting. You got that? If you don't fight, that's it.
Roll
Do I hear
a
this?
wisdom save. Soot. Check.
Can I use my lucky point on this? I have one more.
You have one more? I'll allow it. Going to allow this. Okay. You can say, okay, so being inside this thing's head and understanding how this works, you saw what it did. It is completely controlling this orb via its willpower. It is using its strength of mind and purpose to expand it, to move it, to everything with it. You have one sentence to say to your friend before you're subsumed by the dark again. You need to hit push to talk, buddy.
Okay, so the sentence is, this is so stressful.
You got 10 seconds or I'm gonna remove this from you.
The orb is being controlled by his willpower. I can't do anything to stop it. I'm trying.
Okay, that's it. You all hear that in the area. And it is going to use... It's going to use its hero point to shake you off. It...
Is it possible for me to use my hero point against it to stop it from shaking me off?
Ooh. Opposed. Alright, let's do an opposed strength check.
Nisa would get help because there's two other people helping, including one gigantic.
It's not, it's pretty much just her strength that is strength because hero points are in play. So it's just like, yeah.
16.
16 versus 18, unfortunately. So it puts a hand straight through the cloak and the orb stops falling. It then stands up and all of you just find yourself clinging to it as it just like levitates into an upward standing position and then tears the cloak off itself. And it's its turn. Actually, sorry, it's not. It's Jeeves' turn.
Yeah, Jeeves! Fucking save the day, buddy. Please, you kill my Jeeves. I'm gonna swear to God, child, I will come to Dubai and
That
I'll
changed
bit
so
slap the shit out of
quickly.
you.
At least
So
you're here.
Jeeves comes running in from the side, picks up the sword, and Nissa, you are directly in front of this. Picks up the sword of the guard. You're directly in front of it, of Soot, and he takes a step towards you, grabs you behind the neck, pack, and knocks his head against yours, and then it jumps up and stabs, and just keeps stabbing at Soot's chest.
I'm so proud.
It's stabbing and stabbing, and it's just not making a mark. The sword is just sliding off of Soot's chest, unfortunately. And you see, as Soot is like gaining power from all the souls around him, they're being just drawn into this void. And now you can see that there is a vortex leading down from the void to this orb just above his head. You see the interaction between him, the void, and the open pathway to the Feywild that exists inside Sout's soul as branch-like tendrils start creeping out of his skin, and he becomes this much more vicious, larger thing. He grows on the spot. He's about 12 feet tall, and slowly you see as a branch impales through the lower half of Jeeves and comes punching out of his back.
As I'm watching this, I'm gonna drop to my knees and scream the words "No."
Okay. It is now Soot's last action, and he is going to reach forward. Wild Elf still can't harm that one, but you and your fucking club. And he grabs onto your shoulder, where all the skin is desiccated and messed up, and squeezes. And since you're at 0 hit points, right? Just
Can I
pulls your
can
arm
I
off.
jump in the way?
No, you're on your knees in front of it. He's like reaching past you.
Okay.
So, making an attack. That's not good for you at all. I'm assuming 28 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, cool. 7. So, just to double check what's happened here. Where is it? With a loud snap, the arm bone is shattered and detaches from the target's side, dripping blood to the ground. Target counts as only having 1 arm and bleeding 1 point per turn. Your arm is just gone.
Can I try and react in any way?
Maybe in your turn, which is coming up now.
Okay. Okay.
You've got a hero point you can spend if you wish.
He's like right here, isn't he?
Yep. You can make a athletics to try to disengage from him because he's like holding on to you at the moment.
I would actually like to try and stab arm into his. Actually, I'm going to try and tear out his throat.
Well, the thing is,
Just
there's a
reach, grab him.
Jeeves on top of him still stabbing. You have to, like, he's reached past Jeeves, just pluck your arm off. He's ignoring Jeeves at the moment. You have to get through
I forgot
Jeeves.
about Jeeves.
You can, yeah.
Shit, yeah, I'll try and just disengage.
Okay. You can roll an athletics check.
I will use my. Actually, can I use my hero point to disengage and stop bleeding?
Yeah. It's probably
Still
a good
rolling
call
the
because if you
dice.
had failed, you'd be in his grip next turn, and it would have been a definite death for you.
Nice.
So,
Do I still need to roll?
no, I'll allow it to be an automatic pass. If you've burnt the point to do it, you'll definitely just get away. Okay. You okay with that? Your last hero point, burning it to get away. You're mute. You might press the talk button.
So, can I not just use it, or
If
do I
you-
have to burn it for this to
If you
happen?
burn it, you guarantee getting away and stopping the bleeding, plus any additional effects I choose. If you spend it, you only get to do one of those things with an advantage roll.
But I'd still take the effect. I will burn it.
Okay. You it's holding on to you. You jump in the air, plant 2 feet against its chest, and kick away, and land on the flat of your back with arm next to you.
Yep.
You sit there scrabbling back, and as you go to clutch your arm that's just attached at the shoulder, still holding onto arm, you put it there, and in your head, from arm, you hear, "That must be painful. Let me help."
I need you, help. We fight together.
You feel a sharp pain in your shoulder as the end of arm just shears straight through and out the top of your shoulder, and you can feel it work your way into you, and you can now move arm as if it's your own hand. And you've got this big, like, shouldery, stabby bits up here. You have effectively your arm, your hand, counts as you can punch for 1d10 damage. It's a bludgeoning magical attack.
That ant is gonna be so angry.
Oh yes. It also, the hand is has been dipped in mithril, remember, so it also does extra things with certain things.
Shit, yeah. Alright.
Okay, Soot sort of like looks at you and takes a step back. And he's like, I did not understand. I will obliterate you all. My brothers come and you will not stop us. This world will burn. Alright, that makes it, I believe, Aethelfin and Nissa's turn. We'll go with Aethelfin first.
No, Nissa can go.
Okay, Nissa's turn.
When that, I think it was the teacher told us about magic and how I apparently have magic. Is
Yeah.
there a way for me to try and sort of dig deep and find that magic? Because I know it's there now. I know that there is magic. Is there a way that I can try and
Roll a wisdom
like
check.
harness it? 7. Wait, I
Okay.
get advantage, don't I?
Yeah, you do get an advantage.
14.
Okay. So as you sort of sit there and think about, like, you know, how this thing is going to destroy everything, Jeeves is bleeding in front of you, Soot is trapped in this hellscape, and this creature that called itself a sculptor has literally turned a man into a harp. Everything is going to go, and you need to stop it. All of a sudden, you can see the connection between you and the land, even though it's a bit muted through the stone streets. A connection that binds you and Soot, you and Jeeves, and then more loosely, you and your friends, and also the connection between the orb and Soot. You see that he said it's based on willpower, and it's literally this thing willing and using its mind to keep it in the air that's forcing it there. You may be able to interrupt it in some fashion, whether that is severing the connection or overriding it yourself with your own willpower.
What check would it take to override it?
You would need to roll a wisdom check.
Well, I know for a fact that my wisdom fucking sucks, so unless I have something to help me, it's probably not gonna help, but... I'm going to try and override it.
Don't you have a hero point to burn, says Chad?
Didn't I use it against Chad when he used his hero point?
Oh yeah, damn, that's a shame. Okay, so You,
Wait, did she burn it or did she send it?
I
I
think.
assumed
did
it
say
would have burnt
spend.
it when I used it.
Pardon?
Oh, right, okay.
What did you say, Caslin?
Pretty certain she said spend it.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I thought it
I
was
just
a
said I
spend.
wanted to use it, but I wasn't sure if it
Yeah.
meant burnt or thing. I just said, can I use one to...
Yeah,
No.
you spent it. You didn't burn it. Burn it usually has like almost a guaranteed successful thing.
Can I... I've already used it, though. I can't really burn it now, can I?
No, you can. You can spend it and then burn it later. Once it's burnt, it's gone forever though. So, do you wish to burn it?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to overdrive it. Override it.
You all see Nissa reach up into the sky, and the tendrils that connect Soot to the orb. She sort of like makes this pulling motion, and you can see like this really like hard concentration look. She starts sweating. Her hair goes lank, and you can see her face goes a little bit gaunt. But as she makes a tug, you see the orb shift in her direction a touch. And again, and then you see Soot stare up. No. No! And he reaches up a hand and pulls it back towards him, and it resets its place. But you now, Nissa, every time you want to try to fight his connection, get an advantage on wisdom to do it.
Cool. That's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of it. I'm going to be fighting against his wisdom
Okay.
and his will.
So,
And you've seen this,
Go ahead,
you've seen this, Aethelfin, and understand that you could try to do the same thing.
well, I was going to say, like, what the hell are you doing? How did you do that?
Well, you
That's
saw
what
it.
I was
You
gonna
saw
say.
the lines and the magic.
Yeah, right. I think Mark wanted to pipe up and say something.
Oh, I have him muted at the moment. Talk.
Sorry. So I would like to use my prayers. So I'm well out of the range of everything. But I'd like to use my prayers to try and give my friends help.
It won't help. You're too far away, and you opted to ignore a threat to the balance, and you can feel everywhere. You can feel
Okay.
the connection you have to the land through your centuries of dedication and prayer just fail for the first time. You've been tested and you failed, and your connection snaps back, and you feel this emptiness inside you. Okay. It is now Soot's turn.
I didn't get a turn. I
Oh,
said
sorry,
something,
Aethelfin.
that was it. I
Yep.
was just
What would you like to do?
I was just seeding.
Oh, well, I was
floor
waiting
a
for you
moment.
to like do something, and you get
Yeah,
to
yeah, no,
Mark.
I just.
Alright.
I wanted to let Mark ask his question because he hasn't done much of anything. in
That's
this
because he
part.
opted out.
Okay, so
All right,
Now.
your turn.
I have the blade. I assume my cloak's shattered or tattered
It's
or
torn in half.
basically wrecked.
Mhm.
Yeah, very unhappy about that. I'm gonna spin that blade again one more time, and I'm going to attempt to. So how to describe this? I can see like the connection between the thing that was Soot and the orb, right?
Mm-hmm.
For in terms of what it is magically, is it like is there like a thread?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to use the blade with its magical energy and try and cut the thread.
Okay. Make a intelligence check and an attack roll.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll be back in just 2 seconds, okay?
Yep.
So that's 16.
Yep.
for the
That's your attack.
intelligence.
Yep. And intelligence. Oh, that's your intelligence. Okay. Attack roll.
Oh, no. Well, I don't think that. And I get a +6 for this because it's the
Yep.
blade.
Okay. So you step forward
14.
and you slice upwards because you have to be like up close to do this, and you cut through this thread, and you see that it sort of like reforms almost straight away. But as you pass through it, you felt your mind connect to the orb, and your attack motion actually moved the thing slightly to the side in the sky. You can, if you want to separate it, you've learnt you have to keep something in between. Something magical, either magically resonant or yourself, or force it through your own willpower to stay separated. You can't just pass something through it. Or you have to take out the mind controlling it, will also sever the connection. But that brief moment you touched it, you also managed to hold on to it for a second.
Okay. I look at Tig. Oh, she's not here. Okay. I'll look at Nisa and I'll say, if Tig can keep him busy, maybe we can prevent this from happening.
Fingers crossed, we can
And then
try this.
And then I turn to Tig, and then I turn to Tig, and I go,
Tig is here.
keep him busy.
Okay.
Okay.
He reaches up and says, I'm done with your games. I will rain destruction and death on this city. Every soul will empower me. And you see a couple more of these smaller orbs attach and fire down into the city. And where they land, you hear this moaning wail as someone is obliterated. And you see their soul essence just fly up into the orb.
Can I attempt to do something?
In your turn, you can, yes. The other action he's going to take is he's going to punch out at both Jeeves and Tig. Well, Tig gets nothing. Jeeves takes a fucking wallop. Alright, so Jeeves gets hit and then pulled off his body and just bounces. Jeeves also makes his own attacks as he gets pulled off. So 1, 2 for his turn. Oh my god. 3. As he does 2 more hits, and you can see that his blade is sparking off this creature's skin. And the last one, as he gets pulled and thrown off, he lashes out and takes one of the like wooden antlers off the top of its head, and it sort of pulls its head back and shakes, and this thick black sludge splashes the ground, and where it hits, the stone starts to melt and gets sucked in as well. Alright. It is now Tig's turn.
How far away is this thing?
Tig, play.
It is about 10 feet in
Tig,
front of
play.
you. 15 feet in front of you.
Are you guys actually saying this to me right now?
Well,
Yep.
I don't know
Yes.
that. I'm going to assume Sinissa will.
Yeah.
Tig
I'm
play?
Just gonna assume that I'm saying Tig play.
Tig destroy. Which arm did it tear off? Left?
Whatever your primary arm is, let's say that.
That's my right arm.
Good. You can punch real good
Okay
now.
then.
You
Cool.
can punch real good.
I'm
now.
gonna charge rage. I would also like to, I'm just gonna charge and rage with the intention to spear into the throat, yank it out, and with the other hand, I'm gonna try and punch it into the chest.
Yep, okay. Roll your attack. Are you
Cool.
using reckless attack?
I don't actually have that on my sheet.
That's a -5 to hit, isn't it? Plus... No, that's something else. Anyways, make your attack.
Then yes, sorry. I would like to use my -5 to hit as well.
Yep,
Okay,
go
this
for it.
works.
I think I'm looking at...
D20.
Sure, reckless attack is you give yourself disadvantage. You give yourself advantage to hit, but you get advantage against you as well.
Natural 20!
Not unless you
Also,
fucking use
if
it.
I crit on the first hit, I also get a bonus hit. I do have that as a feat as well.
Okay, go for it. Make another hit.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Roll again.
On this one, I would also like to shoot. I'll also take the -5 to hit on this one.
Okay. Yep.
16.
Okay.
Yes.
Before we get there, I just want to see what happens with these two. So, can I get Nissa and Sout? Are you guys going to both try to will yourselves to pull this thing? Are you gonna try to connect yourselves?
Yep. I'm going
want-
to attempt to override him again.
Yeah, you both at the same time. Are you doing
Me
that or not? Sorry, Nissa and Aethelfin, I meant.
Okay, sure. Sorry, I was confused.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna put the blade in the. I'm gonna cross the street now. I'm gonna put the blade. I'm gonna by the power of Grayskull this shit.
Okay, if you do that, you'll be right up against it and might cop an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Yeah. That's gonna suck if that happens, but I think the blade's the only thing I can really do here.
Okay.
I mean, that's.
So there's that, and Soot, you see your friends now approaching this creature out of its eyes. One has put its fist into this thing's throat. You've got Nissa on her knees, crying and trying to pull the orb out the sky, and the weak person you thought was Aethelfin has stepped up and is trying to sever the connection of the Voidkin and the orb. So,
And the whole time, the thing that's powering this wisdom.
You get to roll intelligence.
This will save. I get to roll intelligence, but the whole thing that's powering is Aethelfin's implacable belief that Sun Elves are the thing that are going to save this world.
Yep. So I'm going to I'm giving you intelligence because the I know it's better than your wisdom, and the blade is helping you. That's what it's going to do for you. So
Cool, thank you.
roll a wisdom save
Also, am I rolling anything or no?
in a second. Okay, Nissa, roll a wisdom save at advantage.
11.
11. And you, Aethelfin.
11.
What's it all up? 25. Alright. You spear your hand into this thing's throat and then punch it in the chest. At the same time, its head rolls back and this gurgling no creeps out of its throat as blood spills over your arm. It burns and hurts because you can now feel arm, but it doesn't do any damage to it because of its magical nature.
I remembered that.
Wait.
Do you want me to roll damage now?
Nope, wait.
Oh, okay.
Aethelfin steps forward and cuts the thread and then holds the sword in there as Nissa pulls the orb down. It's sitting there trying to form words, and it's trying to raise its hand as its lifeblood pours from its throat, and the orb falls. You guys have control of it, but you now know that this thing is immensely powerful, and you can try to do a couple things. Mark, stop. Try to do a couple things. You can move it in any direction you want, but you get the feeling that the creature at your feet is feeding on it to become powerful. The longer it's in the air, the longer he will heal and become better. But it's also that orb is going to destroy anything it touches, regardless if it's you, the city, the buildings. Even this creature can't stand up to it.
The ocean is nearby, yeah?
Can I make it smaller?
You can attempt to.
I want to make it smaller so that it's big enough to fit on, it's big enough for, a person, and I want to drop it onto Soot.
No, bad idea.
Okay, so roll.
Bad idea.
No, don't.
We-
Sorry,
we
roll.
can't.
Roll DC 13. Sorry, roll will save. Roll will check. Wisdom check. I got there eventually. I just said the wrong
That's
words.
the thing. I want to make it smaller
Yep.
before I move it anywhere.
That's fine. Roll
Just so
wisdom.
you know. 12.
Okay. You get advantage on all these. Remember?
Sorry, 1 second. 14.
Okay. So as this thing's staring up, talking, the orb falls. As it falls, it shrinks, and it connects with the sternum of Sout and drives straight through him. You made it smaller, but you didn't diminish its power. Sout immediately goes limp, and you hear this scream go out and echo through the city. The shockwave that follows it, I need everyone, including out to Grothan, to roll a acrobatics or be knocked from your feet. If your strength is not higher than 11, you just immediately knock to your feet. Not from your feet.
Yes! I'm not immediately knocked to my feet, sorry.
So what was the roll? Sorry, a dex.
Immediately knocked to feet.
Athletics. Sorry, acrobatics.
Athletics.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Thank you.
So our strength is lower than 11, but we have to make an acrobatics.
Yep.
My acrobatics has a +3.
Doesn't matter, you knock
But
from
my
your
strength
feet.
is at 8. Yep.
Well, that means that's
16.
for me. That's a 16.
Okay, so you guys all stay standing, but you hear every window and every building that's been damaged in this odd fight come crumbling down. So parts of the city have been destroyed from this. Alright, can I get... You now have Sout in front of you. Nissa, your friend is slumped onto the ground on his back, and he shrinks into the form of Sout as you knew him when you first met him. He is
Sorry,
weak.
I have a question.
He is weak and crawls back to sit up against some, like on his back, slides against some rubble and sits up. He has a gaping hole in his chest, bleeding, and he is not long to live. Quickly, if your question is relevant, otherwise I have something I want to do.
It was just about rolling the damage. Never mind.
Don't worry about damage. Why? So
Okay,
anyways,
sorry, it was just-
can I get everyone but Sout and Nissa to leave the call, please?
Sure.
Like, leave completely.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Alright. As Sout sits there, and you can see him struggling to breathe, he starts to, like, hum gently, and this ethereal forest starts springing up around you, and the other people fade away. It is just you and he now sitting there in this beautiful forest with no one around. What would you like to say to him?
How could you do this? How could you let this thing in and let it destroy everything? How could you?
I was stupid, I guess.
Was this about power again?
Who knows me better than you?
It was never about that. You never had to be better than me. People liked you for who you were. You didn't have to be powerful and all that for them to like you. You just had to be yourself.
But I was useless before anything.
You were never useless. At least not to me.
I'm really sorry this happened. I'm really sorry it turned out this way.
It's okay. but you do know what I have to do, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to hug the shit out of him right now. Like, I'm going to spear tackle this guy to the floor, hugging him. And after I've done that, I'm going to move, kneel next to him, and I'm going to whisper in his ear that I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. I can't risk the chance of that thing coming back out again. I can't.
I think it's dead.
But how do we know?
So you can feel it still inside you, that connection to that ravenous hunger in your chest. She can feel as you talk to her, there's a faint pull from the hole in your chest, and every time you open your mouth, the faint drag of the void to take her and devour her, regardless of
Oh,
what
I can
you
still
say.
feel it?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, it's not. There's still a chance.
I'm sorry then. So it.
Thank you for all the years we've been together.
You know I'll always love you, right?
I'll always love you too.
And with that, tears streaming out of one eye, I'm gonna grab my blade and stick it straight into his heart.
Okay.
By the way, guys, just out of character, they're actual tears.
You stab Soot in the heart. As Soot, you feel your soul, for one bright instant, sit in the Feywild before it is collapsed and taken to the void. Nisa, your friend is dead in
Yep.
front of you. You have Jeeves head up next to you quietly, bleeding as well. And he leans down, sits next to you and hugs you. Taps his head against you. Back. You lean forward. Kiss it goodbye. And turn to your friends. And we'll end the session there. I think that's a good way to end it.
Cheyenne, I love you so much. Please come back as an even better character. Why did I wear makeup today? Is that the reaction that you wanted, Kyle?
Alright, we'll anyone that's watching, they can come join the call again. We can say our goodbyes and stuff, I think. I go to here, I'll actually get rid of